what's up? Welcome to the channel today. Man, it's an exciting day because I am gassing up and I'm headed to Fayetteville, Arkansas. It's actually a place where I lived for about 2 years, and I'm going to pick out and purchase 2 live edge slabs, very large slabs, for a build that I'm doing for a restaurant. They wanted a big table, and so we were able to work something out where we're going to take 2 live edge slabs and be able to basically be able to butt them together, but also separate them out. And so come along with me today. Is going to a guy up in Fayetteville, Arkansas, Second Life Wood and Design. They do an incredible job of drying. They know how to air dry lumber weld and how to kiln dry it in a proper way to where it doesn't case harden or any of that. I'll try to take some video of just the shop and some of their slab collection and all of that stuff while I'm there, but I'm on a kind of a quick trip and on a tight schedule, so I got to go up there and then I've got to get back. But I'll try to update you as best as I can and maybe show you some stuff. So yeah, let's go pick out and see what kind of big slabs they've got. Got a dehumidifier kiln right there. That stuff, so really cool place. Area for flattening slabs out here. Tons of great wood air drying. This guy really does know what he's doing. Air dries them properly, lets them get to the right moisture content. Got some huge logs over here as well. Really cool place. And for what I'm doing, it's definitely worth buying it from someone who knows what they're doing. They're not just cooking the wood and all that stuff, but this is a guy who's a real craftsman and knows what he's doing. So glad to be doing business with him. And I'm glad I found somewhere that I know I can buy quality stuff. So you might be wondering, why in the world did I'm in drying my own lumber or milling my own lumber. Why in the world would I go up somewhere and buy it from somebody? Well, this is actually, I'm doing a build for somebody else for a restaurant, build out restaurants, and they asked me to build the table. So if I'm going to put my name on something and build something, I want to do it to the highest quality possible. And honestly, I don't just trust anybody that's out there selling wood. I don't trust anybody necessarily off Facebook Marketplace or even Craigslist. And I understand that when I sell stuff, people might be skeptical of me as well, and that's okay. But when it's not going into my home, and so if it's not going into my home, I want to know I'm using the highest quality, as well as the guy that I am purchasing this from. He's had a business for a really long time, a reputable name, as well as he builds fine furniture, and he understands the drying process. So how long to air dry this stuff. Then he doesn't move it into his kiln while it's green. He gets it to a certain moisture content. Then from there, he's got a dehumidifier kiln, and he doesn't just put it in the kiln and crank up the heat. He does it at probably a little slower process, and maybe it's not the fastest production side, but again too, he does high quality stuff, and so his wood is very stable that he sells. I like a dehumidifier kiln sometimes because it's the wood's not nearly as brittle as it can get in other places or when it's cooked really fast. As well as I know that he's done it in a stair-stepped process with the heat and understanding the time to where he's not case hardening the wood either. And so just because someone has a kiln or just because somebody is selling lumber doesn't mean it's always of the highest quality. There are people who might throw something into a kiln, dry it, and on the surface or the first 3/4 of an inch, it's dry, but once they go to flatten it, the moisture content's still pretty high in there because they did it very quickly. Again, for me and the material that I have and my route of going, again, this isn't my full-time job, so it's going to be slower, and I'm always skeptical of people who are doing it really fast if they don't have a reputable reputation over a long period of time. And so that's why I was willing to drive to Northwest Arkansas to buy stuff from Second Life Wood and Dylan there. So I'm happy with it. He's going to be flattening I'm paying him to flatten it for me so that I don't have to, my time is valuable. And so right now I'm working on some other stuff. He's going to be doing the flattening for me. Then I've also got a connection here in Conway with a wide belt sander that I'm going to be able to send that through and pay to send it through to get all the mill marks off of the big router sled that he has. And then I'm going to go into the detail sanding and bow ties, all that other stuff to get it done. And then I'll be doing the finishing job as well. I'll keep you updated along on the process. If you have any questions about buying wood, about furniture grade wood, about quality wood, what are some things to look for? I'll probably be updating some of that stuff soon and give you kind of my mental checklist, some of the questions that you should ask when you go to buy wood and what they're doing. How are they drying it? Those are good things to know so that when you do spend the money, because these things were not cheap. Good wood is not cheap. It was a pretty penny for these things, but he had a good selection, and it's worth it to me to buy quality stuff. So I don't want you to get ripped off, but you also know the questions to ask when you're buying so that you can understand a little bit more, so that when you buy it, you're buying something that's quality. I just got home, and I'll keep you updated on when the slabs are ready to be, when their slabs are flattened. I go back and get them and let you see what they look like, because they're going to be cool. They're really big silver maple. They're like 36-inch across on the small end and like 40-something inches on the wide end. They're book matched, so they're going to be really, really cool. And I'll bring you along through all that as I go there as well. Hey, thanks always for watching. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. Hey, like, subscribe, share, all that stuff helps. And until next time, hey, watch some other videos. Hopefully there's some good stuff. Hopefully you're enjoying this. But until next time, hey, keep sawmilling.